knowing the day was quite young, and that water was becoming a fast priority, I decided to check out my speculations of how the trail might only be just a few hundred yards to my west. But after becoming discouraged, I soon found myself returning to camp, hoping there was still enough daylight to explore the construction noises I'd heard coming from the valley below. Feeling the effects of dehydration setting in, Tushonka and I realized that if we were going to make a break for the creek to the east, we had better do it now. This is basically how it goes. Take a compass bearing. I pick a landmark in the direction I want to go, and I walk to it. After I reach it, I take a compass bearing, I pick a landmark in the direction I want to go, and I walk to it. Repeat as needed. Don't forget the part about checking the compass bearing. That's the part about walking that a lot of people don't realize, is that naturally your one leg is longer than the other. And so you have a natural habit, even on open ground, to walk in circles. Pretty bizarre, huh? But yeah, it actually works that way. You will walk in circles because your one leg is longer than the other. To make matters worse, in the woods, you are continually walking around obstacles, such as trees and briars and sticker bushes and anything else that gets in your way. You have to go around and then pick up that compass bearing. So I'm going that way. Charting a course through the woods can be a bit daunting, as your mind tends to overload on all the sights and sounds and the sheer vastness of the woods itself. In this case, it's important not to think too far ahead. The military uses the acronym K.I.S.S. or K.I.S.S, which means Keep It Simple Stupid. Essentially, this acronym suggests the simplest plan is always the best plan. And as the time-lapse video shows, simply concentrating on making it from one landmark to another will help you stay on a relatively straight trajectory. It's been an unusually dry and hot summer, and as a result, we have experienced a bit of an early fall this year. But as luck would have it, this too can be used to your advantage when looking for water. Areas of lush green foliage, green ferns, and grasses stand out in this environment and are often gathered around open water sources, often to the point where the foliage is totally obscuring the water source itself. So once again, listening can be a very important tool. In fact, one of my best tools for listening is my service dog, Tushonka. Besides being a great companion, Tushonka's sharp eyes, ears, and nose have come in very handy. Over our time together, I found it vital that Tushonka not only understand what I was saying to him, but that I should also understand what he was saying to me as well. Water. As a method of survival, many of us have come to rely on the rule of threes. This rule is nothing more than a way of prioritizing life's necessities. But just as with all rules and priorities, it's best to be a little flexible. The first of these rules, give or take, you can only live about 3 minutes without air. The second is that in inclement weather, you can only last about 3 hours out in the wilderness without shelter. The third, again, give or take, you can only last about 3 days without water. And fourth, you can only last about 3 weeks without food. As with all priorities, these rules should be manipulated according to the needs of the moment, and then integrated with our medical needs as well. From a personal perspective, as I tend to carry some kind of a shelter with me anyway, I make it a rule that once I find water, to never leave it behind for anything less than a sure thing.
You know, once you find water, you can pretty much say that it's a safe bet that you'll find civilization soon afterwards. Once you find a trough in the earth that's got water in it, follow that trough. Follow it out as far as you can. Don't leave the water behind though. Once the water goes underground, you can no longer follow it. But this is a good sign. I'm starting to hear signs of life down below. Just keep following it, huh? Okay, okay, hey, up. Yep, yep.